welcome to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Mara. I am growing in Indiana, zone 6B, and I have a seed haul for you today. I thought we could just chat about what we need to get seeds started, how we can do that, in a little bit more cost-effective ways, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. The first package I have here is from M.I. Gardener. I love his seeds. I haven't been gardening for a real long time, okay, so I'm by no means an expert, but I have been doing it now for a couple years. Last year was my first year with a big girl garden, right? I finally have the space to have some raised beds. Before that, I had done mostly just container gardening. But M.I. Gardener seeds have always worked really, really well. I have really high germination rate from him. They're really affordable. So he's one of my go-to places. So let's see what we got. I may have a seed problem, but we will just dig in here. So I have some lavender, Munstead lavender, because it smells good and it's beautiful. That is a little bit tricky to grow, but we're gonna just give it a shot. I have two different cucumbers here. I have a White Wonder cucumber and a Wisconsin SMR cucumber. So this would be a pickling, and this one would be more of a slicer. And I'm sorry, I probably should have gotten these organized a little bit better before I just dumped them out and went to town, but we'll do what we can do. Got some flowers in here. Also got some Picotee Cosmos, which are beautiful. I love those. Two different kinds of bee balm. We do get quite a few pollinators already in our area, so that is always good. Obviously, if you want to grow stuff, you need the pollinators. Zinnia, this is the Envy variety. And then let's see what else we have. Got some spinach, some Giant Noble spinach. I love spinach. Napa cabbage. Wanted to do some pumpkins this year, so I got a couple of different varieties, and this is called Winter Luxury pumpkin. So it is an old variety. It's from 1893. I love seeds that have a story. I don't know about you, but got some cabbage. This is the Mammoth Red Rock cabbage, so a purple cabbage. I know I have a couple other ones in here as well. Cabbage is one of those things that it's really good to grow because it will last a long time. So you can harvest it and keep it for several weeks without it going bad. So I have some basil here, dark opal basil, dwarf Greek basil, cinnamon basil. Look at those flowers. I don't know if you can see that, but they look beautiful. And then some holy basil, or Tulsi basil. One of the things I want to try with that this year is basil tea. I haven't tried it, but it sounds delicious. Also another pumpkin here. I got a Big Max pumpkin, literally just because I thought it would be fun. And I have the space now to grow things, not just because I want to eat them, but because I think they would be interesting and fun to do. So kind of sticking in the pumpkin and squash vein. Here's another pumpkin, Jardale pumpkin. This is a blue pumpkin. I think that's pretty neat. Golden Hubbard squash, sweet meat squash, which I believe this one is really good to make pie, pumpkin pie out of that, so I thought that would be fun. I got purslane. Now purslane is one of those things that I always hear it's really good for you. It grows, most people have it in their yard as a weed, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't eating something that I wasn't supposed to eat, so I thought I will just get some seeds. I'm a little weird like that. Miniature blue popcorn, again, because I think it would be fun. I plan to try to grow these in a large. I have a couple of large 100-gallon grow bags, so I thought that might be good for that, since you need them. Usually they say in a square pattern so that they can pollinate each other. So I thought that would be fun to try. I got a bunch of tomatoes, so I'm going to kind of get those all together as we go through and then do those all at once. I got some more onions. This is Utah Yellow Sweet Spanish onions. I want to try to grow a lot of onions this year. I grew just a handful last year. And again, with the drought that we had last year, I didn't have really good success. So I want to try to do better with that this year. A couple more onions, red Geneva and red Weathersfield onion. The red onions, from what I understand, the red or the purple, they're not as good for storage. So those would just be more for eating as they come out and then using those up sooner than the yellow onions. I also got here some amaranth, some Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth. Amaranth is a grain. I got it mostly because it's really beautiful. I do want to figure out how to use it. Maybe you can have it like a hot cereal, things like that. So I thought that would be kind of interesting. I also got a red leaf amaranth. I'm not sure on this one, but the leaves are beautiful, so I may use that just as decoration. And then let's see, we got some more herbs here. I have some rosemary, some sweet marjoram, got some Utah tall celery. I tried to grow celery last year and failed because I did not do such a good job on watering. And as I mentioned, with the drought, it was a little bit challenging, but the good thing is every year you get to try again. So I got some ruby red and some yellow Swiss chard. Looking forward to trying those. Lemon balm. Love anything lemon, really. I just like to walk through and smell lovely things in the garden. So I'm a little bit weird like that. Got some melons here. So I got a Prescott Fond Blanc melon, which is similar, it's like a cantaloupe, I believe. And then canary yellow melon and a green flesh honeydew. So lots of melons. Another amaranth. I should have organized these a little better. Got a couple sunflowers. I love sunflowers. I think they are so beautiful. And I am so amazed at all the different varieties. So I have a black Russian sunflower and a velvet queen sunflower. So I look forward to growing those. Also have a cayenne purple pepper. And I will be honest, I got it only because it was purple. I'm not a huge fan of spice, but I figured I could grow a couple. And if I don't like them, I can get them away. Purple sprouting broccoli. It's purple, it's broccoli, what's not to like? And then I also got some lemon mint, and I think the only thing we have left now are the tomatoes from this one. I really like growing tomatoes. I had no idea growing up and really into most of my adult life that there were tomatoes that were other colors other than red. So now I like to grow all the crazy colored tomatoes. This one I am not really sure how to pronounce. It's Werokawai tomato. So that's kind of an orangey red. Anise Noir. That is cool looking. That looks like more of a slicer. Got some pink Oxheart tomato. I do want to can some tomatoes and some tomato sauce this year, so those are good for that. Blueberries tomato. That's a cherry tomato. I've had that before. It's delicious. Tropical Sunset. Another cherry tomato. Big Rainbow tomato. Looking forward to trying that. I have not grown that before. Rio Grande, which is a semi-determinate. It's a small slicer. So that is another new one that I have not grown before. And then we have chocolate stripes tomato. I don't think it tastes like chocolate, but it'll still be good. Beefsteak yellow. I had not seen, I don't think, I take that back. Beefsteak yellow. And then this one is Lucky Tiger tomato. And it just, again, it just looks cool. Tessa's Landrace currant. So these are tiny, tiny little currant size tomatoes. So that is what I got from the M.I. Gardener haul. Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily needed every single one of those, but I like to have variety and it's fun. I also picked up, I was at Lowe's the other day and I picked up some rhubarb crown. So I am not sure necessarily how to grow that, but I know that I wanted to grow it. And then I also got some soft neck garlic. So you can still plant soft neck garlic, at least where I'm at. You can't plant the hard neck garlic because that does need more of a cold season. But if you haven't planted garlic, check around, see if you have the soft neck variety. They may not get really large, but you'll still get garlic and you can use the green. So any garlic is better than no garlic. So the next one that I have here is from the Rustic Garden. And again, I really, really like the seeds and the seed starting supplies, growing supplies that I've gotten from the Rustic Garden. So I will put I do have an affiliate link for the Rustic Garden seed shop, so I will put that down below. What I got from the Rustic Garden was some seeds, obviously, and then I also got some seed starting trays and flats. So really high quality stuff. Again, with both of these, I have never been disappointed in what I've gotten from them. So let me get this big box out of the way. All right, so these are just some 6-cell seed starting. Oh, it's nice, they're kind of all together. Seed starting trays, and then or cups, and then the trays to go with that. We'll talk more about that in just a second. So let's see what we have here. All right. Got some turnips. Purple white globe turnips. That's a root vegetable. Those will, I'm going to grow some here this spring, and then I'll also plant another round for fall. Some pak choy. Love those because it's just cute little tiny lettuce. Chard. I got another chard. This is a perpetual chard. Not sure what color that is, but lemon basil. More basil. I got tomatillo, a Cape gooseberry, which I believe is actually a ground cherry. If you haven't had ground cherries, they're I really like them. They're a little bit different. So if you haven't had them before and you decide to grow them, let them drop to the ground and then wait a day or two. I think the flavor after a day or 2 or 3 is better than if you just eat it right as soon as it falls. It has a little bit of an off-putting taste to me if I eat it right away. So a little side tip there. Got some more spinach. This is the Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. I got some borage. The bees love borage, and I think it is beautiful. So got some of that, and then I got some American flag leeks. I actually got 2 packages of those because I guess I thought I needed a lot of leeks in my life. So a little bit of a seed haul there. Now, if you are new to gardening, you certainly don't have to go crazy and find all of the online places. If you are new, you can go to your big box stores and get seeds there. You can go to Dollar Tree, get seeds there. You don't have to worry about getting GMO seeds. Okay, they can't sell GMO seeds to just the regular consumers. So really anywhere that you can get seeds for a price that you can afford, you don't have to worry about them being bad seeds. Your germination rate may be a little bit lower with maybe older seeds, or I don't know. I've heard a lot of people have a lot of good luck with the seeds at Dollar Tree. I've bought seeds at big box stores and stuff, so don't stress about, oh, I have to get heirloom or I have to get organic seeds. That doesn't matter. If you want to start growing, don't let that hold you back. Okay, just get what you can get and put some seeds in the dirt and get yourself some food. So let's talk about, what do you need. Now you have your seeds, okay, whether you order them online or pick them up at big box stores or whatnot. So seed starting mix, like this. I got this at Lowe's, I think. This is ridiculously priced for what you get. I think this was $7, which has gone up significantly even from last year. If you are just going to be starting a couple of flats, maybe a couple tomatoes, a couple cucumbers, a pepper or two, then you know what? It's probably easiest just to get a small bag like this. If you are going to be starting a lot of seeds, if you're going to grow a large garden, or if you're going to try to start extra seeds and sell them, that is not an economical way to go. Okay, you can, if you can find it on sale, you can use potting mix. You can make your own seed starting mix, which is what I'm going to do for the most part. I picked that up just to show you guys kind of some options. So I will make a video for making a seed starting mix. It's really easy. Again, if you're going to start a lot of seeds, that is, I think, a much more economical way to do it. Seeds generally don't need a lot of nutrition when they're starting because they use the nutrition in the seed coat. So you don't have to spend a lot on extra fancy organic, compost to start your seeds in. Okay, you can, if your budget allows, and that's what you want to do, that is perfectly fine. But you don't have to. It does not have to be a huge expense. You can buy the trays like this, the seed cups and the trays. These are great, but they're an investment. Now these will last. These are going to last me several years. So it's not like I have to throw them away and buy them all over again, but they are an expense. So if you are on a tight budget and you would rather spend your garden budget on seeds or on some good compost for once you get your plants out, things like that, you can start them in solo cups. Okay, drill some holes in it. You can use these. These are not very expensive. What I did with these, we had our water heater go out, so we had a couple of days where we couldn't wash dishes, so I picked these up. When we were done with them, we rinsed them out. Now this will be the second year that I'm using these. I'll use these again for probably another 2 or 3 years. It's not the most ideal situation because it's plastic, but it's economical and it's reusable. It's not just a one and done kind of a deal. So you get this, very economical. You can even just forego this, put some soil in here and start some seeds in here. So don't let the thought of, oh, I have to buy all of these extra things, don't let that hold you back. You can find ways to do it very economically. And I think now more than ever, people are understanding how broken our food system is, and they're feeling that urgency to have that insurance. I don't want anybody to necessarily be fearful, because that leads to poor decisions. But I think if you feel like you need to grow some food, now is a great time to start. So if you got any value out of this and would like to see some more, I would appreciate a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and let's grow.